Hey everybody, I'm Ted from Tebex. Today we are looking at some more plugins that will make your job as a admin a little bit easier. These are mainly focused around the administration job and not so much adding more features or things to do for your players. I tried to look for plugins that work across many different kinds of servers. We already looked at 10 different plugins. This is kind of a part 2. So if you liked what you see here today, take a look at our channel and there will be another video just like this one. I will mainly give you an overview of why I think this plugin is interesting or could help you in your job monitoring the server. If things are confusing or you would like us to go more in depth into a specific plugin, please leave a comment down below. Let's dive into the tutorial. Even though this was already featured in the last tutorial, we have to start off with the permissions manager by Steinemaru because this will just help you with all the plugins in any tutorial or any setup ever. So all we have to do is make sure we are admin. For permissions manager, let's do /perms. This will open up the permissions manager. We can either go to the player or to a specific group. Let's go to admin. Then we can see all the plugins installed that have a permission inside. When clicking on a plugin, we get all the permissions and we can then grant or revoke those permissions. We can also grant all or revoke all, making this a lot quicker than doing it by command and also a lot easier to follow what is going on. If you add any new plugins, it will just automatically get added. As long as the plugin uses the conventional permission system, it should automatically be added. Legit one of my favorite plugins. Next, let's look at Rules Graphical User Interface. This will display a screen overlay when a player connects or runs the command. The player must agree to continue playing on the server. If you ever try to remind one of your players about the rules, you might be familiar with the response, "I never seen the rules, I didn't know." This way, the player has to agree to the rules, making it impossible to say that they never saw them. These are the rules that you get by default. This is what it looks like, with 2 buttons and the player has to agree. If I disagree, I get kicked from the server and it tells me you disagreed with the rules. Of course, you can change those rules and also the message you see when you get kicked inside of the configuration file. Very straightforward, but can prevent a lot of confusion. And when I agree, of course, I will be let into the server. Next up is Map Node Teleport. This will automatically teleport a player or an admin to a marker on the map when it's placed. Using this plugin, you can really quickly just click on the map and teleport there. So let's do /perms to open up the perms. And let's go to the admin group. Then under Map Node Teleport, let's grant the use permission. Now, if we open up the map and we place a marker, it automatically teleports us there. It also gives us a message. It also enables God mode. You can change these timers in the configuration as well. So just pressing G, open up the map. If I need to go somewhere, right click to place a marker. You can easily just remove markers as well. You can also right click somewhere and then instantly right click again to remove it. Let's say we go here, we right click again. We're already teleported there by the time we removed it. So it will still work, but we won't end up with 16,000 different markers on our map. If you're already setting up a modded server with teleportation, you might as well use that same plugin, for example, Teleportation, to also do your admin teleportation stuff. As you can see, when scrolling down and looking at the commands and the permissions, there are quite a few admin-specific commands. This plugin is slightly different than the map teleportation. It's a lot more in-depth and can also be configured in a way that it's safe for players to use, and stuff like set homes is also possible. One of these or both of them together will definitely make it easier for you to move around the map. Again, a few variations of the same thing. We have admin no loot. This will protect admin corpses and bodies from being looted. It will also give them a warning if that is enabled inside of the configuration. You can change those messages as well inside of the language directory. Slightly different approach is the admin clear. Here, if a admin disconnects or dies, nothing will be on the empty body. Slightly different approach might be better for your server. Pretty simple but handy plugins, and also quite difficult for me to demonstrate as the only one on the server. But you definitely want to prevent people from looting admins. Let's say you banned somebody, or for another reason, you would like to remove all the entities placed by a specific player. You can easily do this using this plugin. So let's see, let's get some furnaces. And let's place those over here. Let's go into permissions. Let's actually go to the admin group like we have been doing. Let's go to player entity remover. And then let's just do use. We can also do bypass, but yeah, doesn't really matter for now. Let's do the use. Then we can do /end remove and then the player name or player ID. So let's do /end remove and then stuxstat. And as you can see, it tells us how many entities are removed, and it just instantly removes all those entities. The main reason I could think of is if you ban someone, but if for any other reason, if you quickly want to remove all entities from a specific player, this is really handy. Another nice plugin is Phantom Sleepers. This will create Phantom Sleepers to use as a bait against suspected cheaters. We can create Phantom Sleepers. Normal players will not be able to see these sleepers, so we know that if somebody tries to loot this, they have to be using some sort of cheat. Let's copy this console command. Let's go into perms. Let's go to the admin group. Let's go to Phantom Sleepers, then grant ourselves permission. Let's take a look at the ground here, and then let's run that admin command. We can see this, but any legit player will not be able to see this sleeper. Somebody geared like this with a gun is just too tempting for anybody to not just take a quick look. If you are a cheater, you should not be able to see the difference. Let's create another one, and as you'll see, they will look slightly different, but they will all look like a geared player. Inside of the configuration, you could add more gear and change some of these settings, but by default, this will already work straight out of the box and be a powerful extra tool against cheaters. Next up is Noot Monitor. This will automatically send a message to Discord containing the note set by a player. Some players might know that you're monitoring voice, for example, with Tebex Voice. Using webhooks, we can connect our server to our Discord. When somebody writes something on a note and it gets saved, this message will automatically get sent to your Discord. When you're on Discord, under server settings, we're going to go to integrations, and then we go to webhooks. Here we can create a new webhook. We can then give it a name. So let's say notes. Let's choose the channel. I'm just going to use general for now. You probably want to put this inside of a private channel. Let's save the changes, and then let's copy the webhook URL. Inside of config, let's find the notes monitor, and then let's change the webhook URL to our actual webhook URL. If we want to, we can change the color. I will leave it default for now. Let's save this. Then I'm going to reload this plugin like this, o.reload notes monitor. Let's press enter. And now if we get ourselves a note, if we open up this, there we go. So it shows us the old and then the new. It didn't work the first two times. I might have done something wrong. But as you can see, it tells us the Steam ID. We can go to that profile if we want to. If it's get changed, we can see what the old content was and what the new content is. So if people are talking back and forth, we can very easily follow this in case someone is trying to do something sneaky or trying to break the rules without trying to get detected. Next up, we have name check. This will automatically check a name, and if it contains something that you configured inside of the config file, they will automatically get kicked with a message. If you don't want people to advertise websites, you could, for example, add something like .com. When players try to join, they will get kicked and automatically get the message saying this name is not allowed, or change it, or whatever you want to say. You can, of course, add multiple, and this will work as well. You can use this, for example, to stop people from using specific words inside of their usernames, or to stop people from promoting websites. Another powerful tool is Tebex Voice. This is a voice-to-text transcription service designed to help game server owners and administrators to effectively moderate and maintain a healthy community. So this will automatically transcribe any voice in-game to text. When trying this, there's 100 free credits, so you can try this for free. I find this a very interesting idea. Just like with the notes, you are going to have people that are trying to do sneaky things or things that are wanted on the server. Using something like this, you can automatically get those logs and keep a close eye on everything that is happening on your server. Let's go back to integrations and let's get our webhook URL again. I will just use the same one. Of course, you probably want to create a separate one for this. And then inside of the configuration, we are going to paste our webhook URL. And then for Discord log, I'm going to say true. I'm not going to set any actual words, so I'll leave this for now. Let's save this. Now, after reloading the plugin, let's try to say something in-game. And let's see if we get a message on Discord. Oh, it actually records your voice. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Apparently it didn't really got everything. So let's see if we try to say something a little bit longer, if it gets everything. Let's try. Apparently it didn't really got everything. So let's see if we try to say something a little bit longer, if it gets everything. Like a setting fic. Well, this is pretty cool, I think. I didn't know it recorded. Hopefully one or a combination of these tools will help you and improve the quality of life of the admin job that you have to do. If anything is unclear or you would like us to go more in depth into a specific plugin, please leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck with your Tebex store.